Hello, it's Sabrina Moreland from Walter States Library, and today I'm going to give you a brief demonstration on how to use the Literature Resource Center to find some literary criticism for your American Literature 2 class. So what I've done is I just went to the Walter State Library homepage and clicked on databases, and then to make my life easier, I have narrowed the subject here to just English. So that gives me 14 to work with. So when I scroll down to the L's, I see the Literature Resource Center. And because I'm on campus today, it takes me directly to this initial page. Since you're working off campus online, you'll have to log in using your eLearn username and password. So what I normally do in this database is I start with the author I'm researching as my main access point just to get me started. So I'm going to type in James Fenimore Cooper. And I'm not going to use anything the database recommends because even though all that's good and correct information, it always limits what it is I'm researching. So I'm just going to hit enter and I get 600 and some results, which is really good, almost 700. So one of the things I can do to narrow this down is I can click on the subjects box and see if, oh, frontier life might be a good term to keep in mind for later on, or there's the name of my work I'm researching. I could also go to name of work and see if my work is listed here, and once again there is The Last of the Mohicans, which is what I'm coupling with Cooper as an access point. So when I hit apply after checking the title of my work, then I have just 33 results, which is really good, right? And so I could go through and see if any of these stand out to me as what I'm researching as far as maybe identity for America or nationalism or romanticism goes. And so when I find a an article that seems to fit what I'm looking for, I go into that article. So let's see. Let's go here. Navigating the Colonial Discourse in Fenimore Cooper's Last of the Mohicans. So I'm going to click into this article, and anything I've searched will appear in red. So usually when you do multiple terms in that search box, or you use the advanced search, then your terms will be in red. But I have some related terms here that I could also explore, like colonization might be a good term, but this is about my work that I'm researching. And so if I want to save it, I don't have to commit to using it 100%, but it's always a good idea to save anything you find of interest. So I could email it to myself, I can download it, I can print it off, or I can get this permalink, not the link at the top of your page, but this link that appears when you click on that icon. So good ways of keeping up with this information. Also, a great tool in this database is a citation tool. So if I click on Cite, then it's set to MLA 8th edition, and I can copy and paste this into my Works Cited page. I just want to make sure it's written properly, so I'd want to capitalize colonial and discourse. I want to make sure things were italicized properly and all the periods were in the right place, but all the information's there. You just want to check for that sort of stuff. I could also do an advanced search. So if I keep searching and narrowing using the tools over here, but it doesn't get down to where it's a manageable amount of results, then I could go to advanced search as well. I could click on advanced search, and I could use these boxes to tie terms together. So I might put in my author again. Spelling is important. I could put in the name of my work, Last of the Mohicans. You could do a title search up here. You could start off with the name of your work. I might also, I know that D.H. Lawrence wrote about Cooper, so that's just from me doing some Google searches to get some, terms built up in my mind and some ways to go. So I might put in D.H. Lawrence even as a critic of Fenimore Cooper here, James Fenimore Cooper. So I have keywords changed, I have my terms, and I can hit search, and now I get something that might really relate to what I'm looking for. So we could click into one of these. Talks about the deer slayer. You just sort of scroll through and see where your terms appear. So here it mentions D.H. Lawrence, like I searched for. I hit Control F, typed in Lawrence. So all kinds of good ways of finding information in this database. And like I said, you've probably seen it before in your English 1020 or Comp 2 class. But just keep that in mind, that if you have any questions, that if you aren't finding what you need, always reach out. I'll be happy to help you get started in this database. But this is just one of the databases that we're recommending for you all to use to find those sources for your American 2 class. So thanks for listening.